Hello, beautiful people. How y'all doing? Hey, hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, you look good, girl. Okay. Oh, your hair looks
Thank
nice.
you.
Your hair looks nice. Your hair looks
I did
really nice. Did you do it
myself.
yourself?
Yes,
Okay, so you have to give us a tutorial because
Me.
that looks really nice. It looks nice. It looks
Thank
nice.
you.
I
It was
braided
a
my hair
struggle,
like
but
4 weeks ago, and it's literally just been like this. I just leave it in like this, and I go to bed. So, oh my
I
goodness.
mean, you might as well. You're not.
So
Hi.
basically, yeah, say hi to people while I try and put the topic on here. I don't think I've done lives in a while, so
I
okay.
haven't done this before.
Positive.
Hey, Christella. This is Abby. I think this is Abby, Amy, Ella. Wagwan people.
Okay, I think I got it. How do people do this? I don't know. I don't know how to.
I think you
I'm
made it
trying
right.
to pin it, but it's not pinning. So I guess maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I don't know.
Try again. I think you probably put it in the comment section and then you pin it.
Yeah, but it's not allowing me to do that.
EVE.
Oh my goodness. Is that Yvonne?
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, Yvonne the stranger. I feel like I've not seen her in so long. It's been years. Hi, folks. It's so nice to have you all here. And of course, we have the superstar, Miss Jessica, here today. So, yes, Miss Superstar. So y'all passed me to go. Oh, hi, Ash.
I'm fighting. Why are you fighting?
Sis, why are you jealous? Why are you jealous? Don't worry. You know what's funny? Actually, I was actually watching our video that we did, our Roots of a Girl, a couple of days ago, and I was laughing. And Ashley, you have a fan in here as well, so make sure that you say hello to her. Hi everyone. So my name is Aisha Addo, and you are. And who are you, Miss? Please introduce yourself.
Oh, hi guys. My name is Jessica Bentu.
Amazing. And basically today we just thought it would be great to just come on here to talk about how to stay positive in uncertain times. Like we know that like everyone is experiencing the same thing, but they're experiencing it in different ways because everyone has different challenges, right? So we just wanted to kind of like share some of like how we're staying positive, what's going to be happening next for Power to Girls, and some of the things that you should also like look out for because we have some really cool stuff that we're going to be rolling out over the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to let Jessica start, and then I'll chime in, and then we'll take some questions as well. Cool.
Wait, Jess? What should I start off with?
How you're staying positive.
Oh, how am I staying positive?
Wow. Yes.
Well, it's been a challenge. I'm not going to lie. Like every day I feel a different kind of emotion. There's days where I'm super anxious and nervous. There's days where I am like in a really depressive mood. I don't know. There's days where I just overthink random things. There's days where I want to create, days where I want to sleep. There's days where I want to talk to people, and there's days where I don't want to talk to people. So it's just been a process. It really has been a process, but I feel like what's been helping me a lot is definitely reading more, praying more, just growing my faith, and I guess like occupying my time as much as I could, and that could be by me like creating content for my channel, Power to Girls related things, or maybe like checking in with the girls that I mentor. There's different things like that because it really isn't easy, and I think right now it's important to recognize that a lot of people are trying to figure out this whole thing, like figure this whole thing out, you know? Like we're all going through it in some way, shape, or form. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with your friends, and keep in mind that it's not easy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I can definitely relate. I think it's, I kind of like go through my process in phases. So like phase one is like when I'm hyper productive, when like, you know, I'm getting everything done, I'm doing all of these things. And then phase two, when it's kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing in my life? I really want to step outside, like, you know what I mean? And then phase three is kind of like, you know, when you just come to terms with like the reality of what's happening, and then using that opportunity to just kind of like center yourself and calming yourself down, like, you know. So definitely for me, it's been like new learnings. So like taking up new courses, doing things that like I had always wanted to do, but I'd kind of like put on the back burner. You know, of course, working on Power to Girls related stuff, and like, you know, all these different things. But I think one of like the key things, and like one of the most important things, is like staying positive and finding ways to stay positive, because it's actually not easy, especially with social media and like everything else. Like, you know, you're being bombarded with information at every corner, like literally every corner. So how do you kind of like navigate through that space, and how do you like, what would you say to some of the girls, like in terms of like helping them navigate through that space, because no one has actually experienced this before. So how do you cope with that?
For me, um I try to avoid certain pages. I try to avoid the
Mm-hmm.
news because I
Right.
find that there's just like you said, there's so much information just being put out there. Some may be
Mm-hmm.
false, some may be true, but I just try to avoid it all and do my thing really. So and like I don't know, because I'm honestly trying to figure it out as I go, and I feel like with the girls, I try to tell them to occupy their time with things that are a bit more productive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I find that a lot of them are like, I don't know, they're cyberbullying each other, or like they're having many arguments over weird things, and I guess it's
Mm-hmm.
because they just don't know what to do with their time, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that their like the school curriculum is now like online based. A lot of them have
Mm-hmm.
like barriers, and they're unable to occupy their time with schoolwork because they just don't
Yeah.
know how to use the platform.
Yeah.
So it just ties into doing things that would take you away from all those distractions, you
Yeah.
know.
No, that's actually a really good point. I love the fact that you brought up like the cyberbullying. Like I do think that like people need to be very mindful of like the things that they're saying online, especially because like now that has become the channel where everyone is consuming information, and like that is not something that should, like, you should not put yourself in a position, or you should not be that person that is like causing someone else to feel bad about themselves, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, through online. Because like now the way things are set up, it's definitely like, you know, it's not like, you know, you're going to be in class or you can report
There's
that
no
person to like
distraction.
this. There's no distractions,
There's
you
no
know what I'm saying?
distractions. Yeah.
So you have like, you basically like have the free fall, like the free form to do whatever it is that you want to do. But I do want to encourage, like, you know, the young girls on here, like, to be very very mindful of like the information that you're posting, the things that you're saying to people, the thing like, and like this is something that we talk about in our programs all the time, right? Is that like you have to you have to take responsibility for your words. And like if you are someone that is experiencing bullying, I definitely think that you should report the page and that person on Instagram, because right now that will be the only way that, like, you know, action can be taken. Because you can, like, you know what I mean, it's not like you can go to your principal and be like, oh, this person is bullying me. Like, you can't
Yeah.
do that. So I'll definitely say, if you are experiencing that, that you should report that person's page on Instagram. And then Power to Girls also has like a helpline, and we have like different supports out there that we keep, like, you know, if you want to talk to someone, like literally just reach out to us, because we are here to support you as much as we can. um so what are some of like the new hobbies that you've picked up? Do you think you have picked up any new hobbies throughout this period?
Me.
No. Yes, you.
Oh wait, braiding hair. Guys,
Wow.
I did my bantu knots, and I also did these last night. So this, I guess,
Nice.
a new hobby. It was a struggle. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but the results look pretty good.
No, it looks good. It actually looks good. And I know because, yeah, I used to do her hair for her.
Thank
No, it
you.
looks good. No, it looks good. So I think some of the hobbies that I've picked up, like I've actually started cooking more. So like I've been making
You
lots of.
cooking. Listen, guys, let me tell you, Aisha can cook, but she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to cook,
Well,
even
right
for herself.
now,
She doesn't want to
if
do
you
it.
don't cook, you're not gonna eat. So I've been cooking more. Like I've actually been
Thank
really, really
God.
like I've
Quarantine.
been cooking so much more, and like I've become very experimental as well. So like that's like been making some really, really nice stuff. Um the other thing too that I'll say honestly, like, is that like I've been working out, and I think in all honesty, that's been one of the things that has been keeping me sane. Because like sometimes it's like it's a lot. Like you get what I'm saying? Like if especially if you're not getting the opportunity to like take walks and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like it becomes a lot. So you have to be able to like find things that allows you to like relax and allows you to like, you know, just be able to center yourself. So sometimes I'll do yoga, or I'll like do like full on like crunches and stuff like that. And like it's been fun. And I've gotten to the point that like I've been doing it for the past like month now, that like
Oh,
if
it's
I
so
don't do
good.
it, yeah, like if I don't do it, it's like,
You created a
oh, something
habit.
is missing. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think that like everyone should try and find something that they can always kind of like go back to, that will center them. That like even when you're feeling like, you know, you're feeling overwhelmed, because, and I'm not saying that like, you know, every single day I'm like happy and I'm like chirpy. No, like yesterday I was just like, listen, can this be over? Because like I want to sit in a plane again. Like I want to travel again.
Right?
You know what
I
I
want to
mean?
drive to Toronto. I'm
And
tired.
it's like you can't really do that right now, so you have to be able to. And my friend's like, yo, have you worked out today? And I'm like, no, I've missed my workout for the past 4 days. And she's like, you need to work out. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So when I got the opportunity to do that, it like, I don't know if it's kind of like in my psyche, but for some reason it just kind of like changed, like, you know what I mean? It shifted my perspective, and like it shifted my mood as well. So I definitely say that like pick up something new, like pick up a hobby that allows you to like really like center yourself. What else? What else have you been doing?
Um, Nothing new. I guess I've just been building on the things that like I've already done. But now that I have
Mm-hmm.
the time to do it, I find that it's either two things. I'm super lazy and I don't want to do it, or like I get in the flow and I really want to do it and create more. So
Yeah.
I think something that I really need to work on is just creating some sort of like structure or some sort of like itinerary that I can live by daily. I don't know, just something. Because I find that
Yeah.
if I really have a plan for the day, I end up sleeping in. And then
Yeah.
yeah, like I over.
No, absolutely. I can definitely see that. Like I can see that, like, you know, it's, and so one thing too that I do want to say is that like when you find yourself becoming like hyper like hyper productive, I think it's okay to take a rest. Like I think, you know, because everyone is kind of like going through things differently, people are like, you don't have to like be acting and doing stuff all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
not by
Like
force, guys. Don't
it's
kill.
like it's not by force. Don't
It
come and
really
kill
isn't by
yourself.
force. Like
So
the
like
whole world is on pause. You know, it's
literally,
not you. So if you're a
literally,
procrastinator, you're not the only one because right now you can
no,
actually be a procrastinator by choice, if that makes sense.
no,
But like,
absolutely. And I think that's one of the things, right? Is that like you have to be able to pace yourself, like, you know, like enjoy the process of like if you are working like work, like if you are, you know, doing your schoolwork, do your schoolwork, all of those different things. But I think it's important for you to be able to like pace yourself. And pacing yourself means that like in the moments when you want to just literally just sit down and do nothing, embrace that. Like, and
mm-hmm.
that's been like the best thing for me, because I'm like, you know, you can be overly productive, because what ends up happening is that like you become, what's that word? I don't even know the right word to use, but it's like you're just there like bread, like, you know what I mean? Like you
Stale. You're
like
just
you're
there,
stale. Yes,
soaking
that's
it
the
all
word.
in.
You know, and in order for, if you're a creative, in order for you to keep being creative, you have to allow yourself, like you have to allow your brain to like, you know,
Relax
like to
in the
relax and to
state.
like think about new things. And like you have to allow your body to even like rest, like, because although like I work out, I don't work out every single day. There are days where like it's actually rest days, because you cannot allow, you know, you can't put your body through so much without allowing it to like rest. Jessica, fix your face.
Yo, this
You know what I
comment, please,
mean?
I
So,
beg.
uh, so like I think it's really important for you to like, you know, really take that into consideration. But like we want to hear from you people that are online right now, and those that are talking about eyebrows, none here. Um, what are some of the things that you're doing to cope, or like how are some of the ways that you are coping? And if you have any particular questions, please feel free to drop them in here. Jessica is, you know, our superstar for the day. So she is able to, like, you know, I see someone put in here that you should do some review of some song.
You just
So
DM me, please.
yeah, so please send it to her to DMs. But like, really, how is everyone coping? Like, how are you, you know, like cooking new recipes? Oh wow, okay,
That's
that's
good.
nice. Um, someone said taking social media breaks. To be quite honest with you,
Oh
that's
my
actually
God.
super,
Yes.
super important because
Yes.
everyone is like putting out content. So it's like, you know, you gotta be able to take that break and like literally throw your stuff, like your phone away somewhere, because
Yeah.
it becomes a lot. Like it
Mhm.
actually becomes a lot. So that's actually a really good point in terms of like taking social media breaks. I think that's vital. Reading
Please
new
do. I
books.
find that now, like, I don't even, it's not exciting anymore. I'm tired of using my phone. Like, I just don't want to, like, it's just weird. I don't want to use my phone anymore because it's just a lot.
It's
I
a
don't know.
lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever have those moments where, like, you know, you're literally like scrolling through Instagram or whatever, and you're just like, oh my God, I've been on here for like 2 hours and I don't know what it is that I've done. Like, I'm like,
Not
how
a
is the
damn
two
thing.
hours just like, you know what I mean, pass away? So I think that's really, really, like, that's actually a good point, is that like it's important to take social media breaks. And like, I'm gonna stress on this again, like in terms of like people that are using social media to like bully. Please, if someone is cyberbullying you, report the page. Reach out to Power to Girls Helpline, and like, you know, we'll be here to support you in every way that we can. Um, some folks also said reading new books, or going outside once in a while is also really good.
Mm-hmm.
Reading new books, I definitely think that that's great. I think like learning something new throughout this period is like, I'm all for it, because like I said, we're never gonna get moments like this again. Like in our generation, this, I don't think this is gonna happen again. God, please don't let
Please,
it happen
Lord,
again.
please.
But like really, like, you know what I mean? Learning a new skill, like, you know, cooking, like learning to cook, like all those different things, I think is very, very vital. I think actually we do have a chef on here, so maybe we can do a live where you can show us easy, you know, recipes that we can
Easy.
do in our house. Please,
Easy.
we don't need to go get salmon and
You
ribs
don't
and
need to
all of
do
that.
those things,
No,
all
like
right?
easy recipe. So we'll definitely reach out to him and see, like, you know, what we can do. Probably we'll do our next live will be, you know, a cooking thing. But I definitely
Someone
think,
said learning a new language, French, Kweku Prince.
oh
That's
yes, that's actually so true. So I'm actually also learning Spanish. I forgot to mention that.
awesome.
I'm listen, there are so many things that I wanted to do that it was like timing, like all of that stuff, not able to do, that I find that like now is like I have extra time. It's not that like I have all the time in the world, but I have extra time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when people say like, oh, you know, you have all the time in the world, I'm like, how? Because if you were working already and like now your work has moved to like
Oh,
digital, you would have much more time, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have more time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's actually really, really good. It's like picking up new languages. That's a good one.
someone said, Stacy said meditating and reflecting, which I think is key and essential.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm just working on developing my character, working on areas that I struggle with. Like, I'm very stubborn, so I'm trying to work on that. Yeah, I'm trying to work on forgiveness. Yeah,
Oh.
forgiving people that may have caused some pain in my life and just letting things go.
Mhm.
Um, what's another thing I've been working on? I think those are like the main two things. Just developing my character, trying to be a better person, trying to be a better version of myself.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Someone also said that like music life, writing and recording music, best form of meditation for me. That's
Yes.
absolutely true. Like a perfect example is like yesterday I was feeling very, very low. And like I just started listening to music. Like I don't write music, so I just started listening to music, and like my entire mood just like shifted, like literally shifted. So I think music is definitely very therapeutic. And you know, utilize that as much as you can. This Ghana December 2020, that has been cancelled. You
I
don't
mean,
see.
if Ghana don't open the borders and we can travel, why not?
Working on my relationship with God, I definitely think
Central.
that, like, you know, that's very, very essential. Like, you know, like being anchored in something. I think one of the things that we talk about a lot of Power to Girls is like having some sort of like a root, like you have to be rooted in something. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times with even like everything that is happening now, folks are not necessarily like, no one knows what to turn to and like who to turn to or like all of these things. And I think this is definitely the moment for you to work on your faith if you're a faith person, and for you to like really truly like challenge some of the things that you know you've come to believe about yourself. Like, this is really a moment of like self-reflection,
Self-discovery.
because like you're not,
Yeah.
you should definitely like, you know, come out of this better, but then you should also come out of this with more understanding of who you are. Like, you know what I mean? This is like teaching us like how do we deal with crisis. This is teaching us how do we deal with like the unknown,
Stress,
because
anxiety,
so many things that we don't know.
depression.
Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's important to like use these different moments to like, you know, sometimes just sitting down and like asking yourself like, okay, how do I actually want to come out of this? Like, when this is over, when they're like, okay, schools are reopened, when they say, you know, you can travel again, you can do all of these things, who do I want, like that Aisha that is going to be on the other side? Like, who do I want her to be? And like, how do I want her to be acting? Like, what are the things that I want to, like, she has to let go of? What are the things that she needs to, like, you know, keep working on? Because you never stop growing and you never stop learning. So I think, you know, it's very, very important to like really do that. I see a lot of I love Jessica's hair. Definitely. Like, Jessica's hair looks nice. She's going to do a video tutorial on how she got that look.
Hey. Hey. Guys, when I say I struggled, I did like I've never done this before, so it was just new learning. I don't know. Like, the back looks terrible, but you wouldn't know because, you know, the front.
But that's the thing though. No one sees the back. Like,
exactly.
You know, it's like from here to here is like, you know, A1. So no, like that's actually really, really cool. We're definitely going to do that. So Jess, can you tell us some of the things that they should expect from Power to Girls over the next couple of weeks? And then we'll kind of like, you know, if there's any other questions, we'll definitely take them. We don't want this to be long, because there's a lot of stuff in there. So there's a lot of content happening. So if you can share that, then we'll take some questions, and then we would do that.
So right now we are working on just uploading a lot more content, discussing different topics such as bullying, self-esteem, friendships, mental health, and just different things, really. Because since like this whole self-isolation, quarantine, whatever the hell it is thing, our programs have been put on pause, and we're just trying to find different ways to reach out to our girls, because we do mentor young women in the city. So I think that by uploading different content, so talking on different topics, like that'll be our way of like reaching out to more people. And then also, if you know of any young girls that may need support, please feel free to hit us up. We're trying to find different ways to reach out to our girls and just offer any support to their households, and also obviously to their girls.
Yeah, absolutely. And like one thing that I would add is that like, yeah, we're definitely going to be bringing out more content. So if you have like, you know, younger girls within your community or like even in your household that need support, please like refer them to like our helpline. So the link is in our bio. You can just literally like click on it, and then it will take you directly, and like, you know, you can talk to someone. And this is like for anyone in any part of the world. It might be maybe you just want to talk to someone, or you just want to ask questions about a particular topic. We're more than happy to support you. If you are in Canada and you're in the Toronto area, and you go on our website, and it's that's also in our bio. So it's app.powertogirls.com. Essentially what you can do is like you can actually request for support, and like, you know, you can just register for that, and then if there's anything in particular, we would definitely you know, try our possible best to support. So please make sure that you utilize, you know, the resources that we are providing, because again, like, we are here to support you. So starting from next week, you're gonna see a lot of content from Power to Girls. And this is more to like, you know, provide you with like any support that you might need. If there's anyone in particular that you feel like we should have on our lives, so we would have lives every Friday. If there's anyone in particular that you feel like we should have on our lives, this guy's so nice.
This guy?
Anyone that you think we should have on our lives, please make sure that you let us know, and we'll try to get them. Please don't say Drake or anything like that.
Don't say Drake. Don't say Justin Bieber.
like, no, you know, someone that you might want to learn from, or if it's like a particular topic that you want us to cover, let us know.
Please let us know.
We're definitely gonna do that. But Jessica, everyone is requesting for the tutorial, so I think that is going to be dropping. So just like show them how you did it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we will try and get Bishop on here to do a live where he's gonna teach us. Yeah, he's gonna teach us how to make some very easy recipes with items in our household.
Please.
Things that does not require us to step outside of our
buy steak and their ribs.
Right. So yeah, but then if there are any more questions, we'll definitely take them. We only have 2 more minutes on here before we say goodbye to you guys. Anyway, so Jess, what are the final tips that you give to the people before we sign out? And then I'll do my final tips, and then we can take it from there.
Folks, please take it a day at a time. Understand it is a process, and I think the best thing to do during this time is just definitely getting to learn more things about you, learning new things, unlearning new things. Unlearning old habits, and really just working on you, whatever that means. Try not to feel pressured by society or what you see on social media. Just realize that it's a process. It really is a process.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll definitely say that, like, you know, I'll definitely echo that in terms of like taking it one day at a time. Do not be, I think one thing too is that, like, do not be afraid to talk to someone else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone is experiencing the same thing, but everyone is experiencing it differently. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling anxious, like, you know, we're definitely here to support you. So please, 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 please reach out. And we're gonna make sure that, like, you know, we definitely, like, you know, provide you with like any support that we need. But honestly, it's been real. Thank you all for joining our live. And thank you for those that have been keeping the comment section like lit. We really appreciate you all. Make sure that you share this with, like, you know, your friends and your family, and all the information that we shared, you also share that as well.